You have difficulty putting your arms overhead at the CrossFit gym or even during your daily life picking something up? Well, I've got a couple exercises that are going to help you out, so tune in, guys. Dr. Will here from Miami Spine and Performance in Hollywood, Florida. We're here at our new office. We're excited to be here. I'm going to show you guys a couple of simple exercises you can do with minimal equipment. They're going to help you get that arm overhead, get a great overhead position for overhead pressing, Olympic lifting, pull-ups, gymnastics, CrossFit, whatever it is that you do. This is going to come in handy. So the first exercise that I'm going to show you guys is going to be the shoulder CAR. Okay, so CAR stands for controlled articular rotation, but that's not super important. This is one of the most common exercises that I'll give to patients, and what we're doing is we're going to take the shoulder through a full range of motion, okay? A lot of times you do these stretches or exercises, but we're still working in one plane. So this exercise is a great way to evaluate your shoulder and also to train it and train the mobility. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our palm this way. I'm going to keep everything else still, and I'm just going to do a slow, full rotation of the shoulder. Notice how I'm not moving my head, I'm not moving my torso, and I'm just focusing on rotating the shoulder all the way around. And more than likely, guys, you're going to feel one or two sticky spots through here. And again, just make a note of that. And as you go through reps, you are going to feel more and more relief in the shoulder. Just remember when you're doing this exercise, guys, that the shoulder is a ball and socket joint. So what that means is it requires rotation in order to move properly. So it's not a hinge like this, it's actually a rotary joint. So as we go and bring our arm around, we have to rotate that shoulder all the way through. And then we're going to reverse directions and rotate all the way back. Okay, guys? So that's number one. Do 5 or 10 of those on each side. All right, guys, so after the shoulder CARs, the next exercise we're going to do are going to be the shoulder swimmers, okay? So I'm actually going to show these facing the other way, so I'm going to turn away from the camera, but I'm still paying attention to you guys, don't worry. So we're going to start this exercise like this, okay? So the arms are going to be extended, we're going to spread the shoulder blades apart, and then we're going to touch our knuckles together behind our head, okay? From here, I'm going to extend my arms back again, and rotate and touch my knuckles behind my lower back, okay? From here, I'm going to repeat that process nice and slow. Everything's methodical, so I'm not moving through the torso, I'm not moving through the neck, and I'll show you guys from this angle as well. So again, I'm starting behind the neck, I'm extending my shoulders, really trying to reach back, open up my chest as much as I can, internal rotation of the shoulder, touch together. So from this angle, I'm here, I'm rotating, I'm touching, and then I'm coming back the other direction, okay? So this is going to be one that a lot of you guys might have trouble with, particularly this little transition. People do have trouble with internal rotation. If that's the case, just work within the range of motion that you feel comfortable, is non-painful, and you're not using like your neck and your upper back to move as well. For those of you that can do that easily, you can add a little bit of weight to your hands, you know, maybe no more than 2 or 3 pounds. You can use wrist weights or dumbbells or light plates as well, and you can actually use it as a strength training exercise. The third exercise, which is a progression of the swimmer, is called an infinity hover. So I'm actually going to start here, right? So I'll turn around again. I'm going to have one knuckle up by my head, one by my lower back, and then I'm going to alternate the rotation just like so. And this is quite a bit more challenging because not only does it require mobility and motor control, but also coordination, right? So I have to be able to externally rotate one shoulder while I internally rotate the other shoulder and make sure that my shoulder blades are working together, right? So again, I'll do it from this angle. I'm gonna rotate like so and rotate back. Again, guys, notice that I'm not side bending, I'm not turning my neck, I'm not rotating, I'm just moving through the shoulder or the glenohumeral joint. Once we've gotten the shoulder nice and warmed up, again, we've done 5 or 10 shoulder CARs, we've done 5 or 10 of the swimmers, and a few of the infinity hovers. We're now gonna put some load, so we're gonna use the band to activate the lower traps and the rhomboids, which are a muscle that will really help create that nice shelf once we get overhead. So an exercise that I like to use a lot with patients is a banded snow angel, So I'll start at the top, and then I'm just going to have them create that posterior tension and rotate the band up and down, okay? So I'm kind of making a big circle with my shoulders, but the entire time I'm keeping all my posterior shoulder musculature engaged because I'm pulling the band like so. Do one more, just like that. Okay, guys? So I would do a couple of sets of 10 to 15 of that exercise, and after all that, you'll be feeling a ton of freedom in your shoulders. Remember, guys, whether it's overhead pressing, whether it's doing dips, bench press, any of the exercises that people have difficulty with, you have to start the shoulder by getting that rotation right. If you don't have good external rotation and internal rotation, you're never going to have good movement of the shoulder in any other plane. So when whether you're training your shoulder on your own, working with a therapist, or kind of designing your own self-care or strength training program, do not neglect internal and external rotation, because those are going to be the keys to getting good overhead position and keeping your shoulders healthy for 40, 50, 60 years. So thanks, guys. Give those exercises a try. Shoot us a comment, shoot us a DM. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll see you next time.